Hakadosh Baruch Hu, we're just going to continue with the halachot. This is halachot of Elul. In Siman Aleph in Shulchan Aruch in Siv Daled, the Mishnah Berurah brings down a very important halacha. He says, "Tzarich Adam likbua lo et limot sifrei musar bechol yom vayom im me'at v'im arbeh, ki hagadol mechavero yitzor gadol emenu. Etavdin ha'yetzer hara utochach ha'mamrei Chazal." Says the Mishnah Berurah, a person is obligated to learn Mussar every single day. Now, if I would look, where is the source of this Mishnah Berurah? Maybe I would think to myself, maybe it could be Rabbi Salanter. Okay, maybe it could be other, some of the Litvish and the Yeshivot. Maybe also. But where's the Mekor Din? The Mekor Din is the Birkei Yosef. The Birkei Yosef is the Rav Chida. The Rav Chida comes and he's the one that says that a person is obligated to learn Mussar every single day. Now, a person might think to themselves, listen, why is it so important? I'm already very religious. What's the purpose? Because of this, the Rav Chida instituted in Chok L'Yisrael, he added the Mussar. Meaning, look how many thousands of people learn Chok L'Yisrael every single day, which is based upon the Rizal HaKadosh. The Rav Chida was the one that added the Mussar to the Seder of Chok L'Yisrael. This is what's brought down right over here. And more than that, says the Chesed Alafim, the Rav Eliezer Papo, which is the Mechutan of the Rav Chida, is the Pele Yoetz. He comes and he says, Talmidei Chachamim, they have to learn even more than other people. Meaning, somebody might say to himself, listen, I don't need, why? I'm already religious. It's the exact opposite. The more religious that you are, the more Mussar that a person has to learn. Because if a person, Chas v'Shalom, does not learn the Mussar, so then they get into their problems. The Rav Chida actually explains that by learning the limud of Mussar of Tochach HaMamrei Chazal, it brings us to do teshuvah, to know the how little and to humble ourselves to become better. I wanted to finish with an incredible story that we were going to mention last night in the Mishmar and didn't have time. So I'll mention it now. If a person does not pay attention to what they're doing in their life, what happens is they become like Nora. What exactly is Nora? There's a tiny island, 21 square kilometers, so it's barely a quarter of the size of Manhattan, between Honolulu and Papua New Guinea. There are thousands of kilometers in between them. It was very, very normal, small fishing, this, that. All of a sudden they realized that all the birds that they come there, and they make very rare minerals. Which ones? Phosphates. Phosphates they sell when they're planting and everything for $150 for a kilo. So imagine what we're talking about. So all of a sudden they gained their independence, right? From between Germany and Australia, they gained their independence in 1968, and they became very, very wealthy. What does that mean? 90% became so wealthy they were the second, right? The GDP was the highest level after Saudi Arabia in the world. This is talking about something, a success story like crazy. They were just mining and mining. They brought foreign workers. 90% of the people they come and they're working for the government. They're all they're paying with $100 bills. Nobody asks for change. It just has wealth, but nobody ever thought about what's going to happen in the future. The results were devastating. He says the population, he says 40% they had diabetes, 90% became obese, and life expectancy plunged. Until finally what happened? The unexpected. They ran out of the phosphates. There's no more minerals. He says now today they are the poorest country in the world with over 90% of unemployment, and they have nothing left for them. There's nothing there. Why? The land was destroyed so much because of the mining. They can't even do anything with the property. So therefore he comes and he says, look at the message. The morale is very, very clear. If a person comes and just like a person has to set for himself, whether it's going to be a healthy diet, whether it's going to be plans, whether it's going to be for insurances, whether it's going to be any types of plans of financial plans, so too for spirituality, we also have to do the same thing. Because of that, the Rav Chida, he comes and he finishes with something beautiful. Elul is a numerical value of 68. Chaim is the numerical value of 68. Halal, which is emptiness or a dead body, is also 68. Says the Rav Chida, Elul is what determines whether we choose between Chaim or Chas v'Shalom, the opposite of Chaim, which is to become a Halal. Therefore, we must pay attention to the entire month of Elul.